Uh-huh. What's up, everybody? This is Mr. Cinema Junkie with my video entry to Tattooed Doorman's Movie a Day Challenge. As you can hear, my throat is about to retire on me. I'm losing my voice now. Peachy. But I will muscle through this the best way I can. And I believe the first movie challenge was to talk about the very first horror movie we ever saw. I have on several occasions talked about this. And that movie, for me, was brought about as, I guess, kind of a way to pacify me a little bit. When I was a kid, I was like 3 years old. I just had a horrendous accident where I jacked up my arm really bad. It went through the ringer of a washing machine. I don't know if you remember those old style washing machines with the ringers on them. But I put my arm through one of those and it jacked my arm up really, really bad. So I went to the hospital, and afterwards my dad said, let's go to a movie. And I'm like, all right, movies. And the movie we saw was It's Alive. Now, at 3 years old, I didn't have a huge concept for movies and styles of movies. Action, drama, horror, it was all the same to me. And because of that lack of concept, horror movies didn't really scare me so much because I really didn't realize what was happening. Oh, sure, there were some scary images that I guess would make me, like, not want to sleep alone and things like that. But as far as storyline, concept, things like that, I really didn't get it. So, like I've told many people before, I was not a fan of horror at the age of 3. I didn't actually become a fan of horror till I was 6. But the very first horror movie I saw was It's Alive. Anyone not familiar with that movie, it is basically about a couple who gives birth to a child who is a murderous mutant. And it was like an ecological message talking about the pollution in the world, pesticides, chemicals, things like that. This child is a product of that environment. It had some rather tongue-in-cheek humor, like when the milkman gets jumped and killed, and all the milk is spilling everywhere, and you hear the baby crying over spilt milk. Very funny. It wasn't too over the top as far as gore was concerned, but for its time, it did have its fair share of blood. I think my favorite scene in that movie was when she gave birth to the baby, and the doctor and everybody was all cut up. You see the doctor come out and his face is all scratched up, and you go into the room where the baby was born, and everyone's laying around a bloody mess. So you got some shit on your hands now. The baby's out for blood and wants more. I didn't actually catch how long we're supposed to talk about these or how in depth we're supposed to get, but I'll try and give a little an opinion on it. I didn't see that movie again until I was about 23, 24. I finally decided to give it another watch. Really watch it, since I knew by then I was a horror fan. I actually liked it. I would like to add that to my collection. Now my throat is really messed up. And I saw that they had a remake of that movie just recently. I saw it on Netflix. It's Alive, and it was okay. Basically, the mother's feeding the baby blood, which kind of put me in the mind of the movie Grace. But it was okay for what it was. But for a good old cheese fest fun time, you can't beat the original. It's Alive. I think it was made either in 69 or 70, 71, something like that. I know I saw it when I was about 3 years old. So I don't know if it was a brand new movie when I saw it or what. I really don't know. But yeah, that was my very first horror movie. And I guess that's about all I have to say about it. Hopefully my the next challenge won't be so bad. Hopefully my throat is a little repaired. I hate doing these videos and my voice sounds like this, because I know I'm going to be paying for it later. But hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you think. Be talking to y'all soon.